Thank you, Chris. I'm really happy that he sat me next to Judge Phillips because now I can ask him if I can borrow that gangster car that he has. Graduates, I'm going to start with a question, and it's about identity. Do you understand your identity? Do you understand who you are? You're of that age now where you start asking yourself that question, and our Hartnell students ask themselves that question often as well. You see, many times we get labeled as we're growing up. Even at my age, at 55, I get labeled all the time. And for you, you get labeled as students. When you were growing up, maybe you were an athlete. Maybe some of you are employees now and they consider you a welder or a carpenter or an electrician. Maybe for some of you, it's being a good daughter or a good son. But regardless, those are labels. And sometimes what we are labeled as, it gets wrapped in with our identity. But they're two separate things, because what happens when we stop doing those things? What happens when we graduate from Rancho Cielo? You're no longer a Rancho Cielo student. But life moves on. We keep on moving forward. And so what we do is not our identity. And soon you're going to embark your journey. More than 50 of you are coming to Hartnell College. Let's give them a big hand. And in case you haven't done so already, make sure you enroll in the Salinas Valley Promise Program. The only thing is you have to go full-time, but you get 2 years paid for. And when you come in, you'll get either a computer or a book voucher of the same value. You'll get wraparound services and peer mentoring during those 2 years. And students that have come to Hartnell and have moved on, 91% of the students that register in the fall continue in the spring. That's really tremendous. And so if you come into the Salinas Valley Promise Program, there's a good chance that you will fulfill your goal. So you'll continue your journey, some at Hartnell, some at other colleges, and that's okay. I forgive you. Some of you will take a job directly and may find yourself at Hartnell at a later time. Regardless, you will still be labeled. And the labeling starts very young. Our parents, our guardians, they expect things and have a vision of what they think we should be. You come to college here at Hartnell, what's the first thing we ask you to do is to choose a major. And so we label you as well. Even me, I get labeled often. A lot of people say, you're the president at Hartnell. That's my job. That's not my identity. I can guarantee you that when I wake up in the morning, the first thing that I do is not think about being the president. I have a wife, I have 2 kids, I have a dog, and a cat, and especially the cat. You think he cares whether I'm the president of Hartnell College? The answer is no. Hartnell College is what I do. It's not who I am. So how do we find our identity? Students, how do we find our identity? Well, we need to ask 3 questions. The first one is, know who you are. And how do we know who we are? It's how we add value to people. Know where you came from. I was born in South San Antonio, and I'm very proud of where I come from. All my family's still there. I'm the only one not in San Antonio. So it's very hard for me to be away from my family, but I also love what I do. And for students, you are in the Salinas Valley. It's a magical place here, a beautiful place in the world. Be proud of where you came from and know where you're going. Have impact with the connections that you're making. I know where I'm going, and that is to have impact in our community in Salinas and the Salinas Valley. So how do we find ourselves? Because that sounds complicated. Mahatma Gandhi said, to find yourself, lose yourself in the service of others. And that sounds kind of twisted. To find yourself, you have to get lost. And the reality is, it's about passion. Find what you can connect with, what you would volunteer for in the service of others, and that will help you find yourself. The world's not about me, it's not about us, it's about what we can do to add value to others. When I wake up in the morning, I do think about not being a president, but how I can add value to others. And the first person that I meet in the morning, I smile and I say good morning and ask them how their day is going and what they're planning to do for the day. That's how I can add value to others, because if we can add value to others, we will find out who we are, we will find out our identity, and it will give us happiness, health, and positive relationships for our community. So to Judge Phillips, CEO Chris Devers, board members, the teachers, the staff, the leadership, parents, friends, our graduates, what a scene! Congratulations, graduates. I wish you, our students, the best on your journey. And just remember, if we know who we are, we will achieve happiness. Thank you so much.